Welcome to the Breakup Recovery Podcasts by your host, Barbara Stevens. Discover the wisdom and remarkable insights of Barbara Stevens, breakup recovery mentor, author, and public speaker. Barbara offers programs and solutions for any breakup so you can turn your life around, create lasting changes for the better, and embrace life again.
Hello and welcome to my podcast, Breakup Recovery. This is episode number 018. Is it possible to feel grateful after a breakup? I'm Barbara Stevens, and in this episode I'll be talking about how it's hard and difficult, but not impossible, to think of any positives when you are facing life's challenges whilst going through a breakup. I'll give you some tips and ideas to make this process of feeling gratitude a little bit easier. In the beginning, the majority of my clients find it very difficult to see any positive things that are happening when they are trying to get back on track and enjoy life again after their breakup, separation, or divorce. I wrote a blog for the month of February 2016 titled The Benefits of Practicing Gratitude, and I thought it might make a good subject for my Breakup Recovery podcasts. I touched briefly on the subject of starting a gratitude journal in a previous episode of Breakup Recovery, episode number 015, Boost Confidence. But today I want to go into a little bit more depth about the benefits this practice can have when you are going through your breakup. So often when you are going through your breakup, you seem to get bogged down on all the things that are going wrong, all the things that aren't going your way, the pain you are feeling, and all the things you want to change. And sometimes you are obsessing on the things that you cannot change, like the way your ex has treated you, all the negative and bad things that they have done and said to you in the past, and the situation you now find yourself in. And as much as you try to, you can't find an awful lot of things to be grateful for. It seems like the happiness has been sucked right from you. These thoughts can go around and around in your head until you think your head is going to explode. You get headaches, and your every thought is negative and unhelpful. And because you have so many negative thoughts taking up space in your mind, you don't seem to be able to find anything that is going right in your life. You even can't seem to remember the times when you were happy, and you struggle to turn the situation around. I want you to start a practice that will not only help you to see and acknowledge all the positive things you have in your life, but will help you to see beyond the bad stuff that you perceive is happening right now, and keep your life in perspective so that the struggles of your breakup do not consume your every thought. So I would like to suggest something that might just put positivity back into your life, and one of the ways to do this is to start a gratitude journal. It's a simple task that can be completed at any time during your day or last thing at night. Starting your gratitude journal may seem daunting at first and may take a bit more effort than you initially thought, but after a while you will start to enjoy and experience the many benefits that this practice has to offer. Cultivating gratitude doesn't cost any money, and it certainly doesn't take much time, but the benefits are enormous, and I'll talk more about that later in this episode. Whilst I said cultivating and promoting gratitude is free and doesn't cost any money, the actual journal may, as you need to purchase it, but it won't cost you a lot of money. There are gratitude apps you can buy, gratitude diaries, gratitude journals with beautiful covers, and some of these journals include quotes and sayings that help to inspire you each day. You can start your own gratitude journal by buying any notebook that takes your fancy. I know some people that start their day with writing down 3 things that they are grateful for. It starts their day on a positive note. There are others that like to write the things that they are grateful for at the end of the day, allowing for a more restful sleep. It's important to remember that this is not to be considered a chore, and what works for one person might not work for another. So it's a matter of trial and error and see what works for you. You might like to have your journal handy with you each day and write what you are grateful for when it comes to mind. It doesn't have to be a set time each day, so long as by the end of the day or night you have written in your journal. Don't put yourself under any pressure to write the same amount of things each day. You can have some amount of flexibility and write different numbers of things down. As I've mentioned, some people like to write 3 things each day, but you can write as many thoughts that occur to you, so long as you maintain the practice of completing your journal on a daily basis. Now, you might be a bit concerned that you have to write down major things or events that are happening in your life, but that is not so. You can write down small things that you are grateful for, things like the air that you are breathing, the food that you can buy at your local store or market. It could be the fact that the sun is shining, so your washing will dry in no time, or that it is raining and you don't have to take the time to water the plants that day. It could be a friend that has helped you in some way, or a smile that you received from a total stranger whilst you were out. It's about having gratitude for little things that may previously have gone unnoticed, and appreciating what you do have when you are going through your breakup. You might think that you don't have a lot going on in your life that you can be grateful for, and you might be surprised at how much you do have when you think about it and acknowledge and write them down. You might think it's a bit egotistical to write down all the things you have in your life, but it's not. It's a healthy practice to bring awareness of all the great and wonderful things that are in your life. That is why I want you to write down not just material possessions like a car or a house that you own, but experiences like holidays, lunch and dinner dates with friends and family, achievements, when you have completed your goals that you have set, or simple as getting your chores done, successes, say the business or sporting victories, the people in your life, like the family and friends that surround you, your health, things like that. Continuing this exercise forces you to notice the good things that are going on in your life, sometimes the things you take for granted. You acknowledge the pleasurable parts in your life. You start to appreciate everything you have, as well as reflecting on what is beautiful in your life. This helps you to feel less stressed, calmer, and generally makes you feel good. By practicing awareness of the positive things in your life will in itself bring happiness, and by identifying why you are blessed each day will reinforce positive thinking. By keeping a gratitude journal, you will gain clarity on what you do have in your life, what you want in your life, and what you don't want in your life. You will become more aware of your thoughts and generally become more optimistic. There are studies that show that you become calmer and better able to deal with the stresses in your life. Just these things alone will help you to feel that you can cope, that you have control over your life, instead of concentrating on your emotional problems that the breakup has brought. By making this small commitment to writing down each day what you are grateful for, you will notice significant differences to the way in which you are thinking and transform your life that promotes self-awareness, mindfulness, optimism, and become more satisfied. There are studies that show people who have gratitude in their lives reduce a multitude of toxic emotions, ranging from envy and resentment to frustration and regret. Gratitude helps you to appreciate what you can do and what you do have. It changes your mindset. It leaves you feeling a sense of peace, a positive energy in your life, and a deeper appreciation of life's simple joys. Having gratitude also improves your physical health. Grateful people experience fewer aches and pains and are more likely to go to the doctor and take care of themselves. And they report feeling healthier than other people, and amongst other things, have lower blood pressure. Having gratitude helps improve your satisfaction with life, increases your happiness, and reducing your depression. You become mentally stronger as you begin to recognize all you have to be thankful for. Even during the worst times of your life, like a breakup, this practice fosters resilience as you cope with your difficulties and helps you to feel less lonely and isolated, building stronger relationships and feel better able to deal with your perceived problems. As you gain an awareness of all the positives in your life, your mood will change and your self-esteem will improve. And as you begin to have higher levels of positive emotions in your life, your energy levels will increase. You will start to let go of your old limiting negative beliefs. Beliefs like your life is in a shambles or your breakup has left you in a huge mess emotionally. You will regain your strength in this difficult time and replace these limiting beliefs with optimism and look to the future with positivity. Over time, you will train your mind to look for the positive things in life and be more content with the things you do have and have better thoughts about yourself too. People who keep a gratitude journal are more likely to reduce the importance they place on material goods. And contrary to what you may think, it also appears that it could increase your ability to achieve your goals that you set out to achieve. A lot of what we have to be grateful for comes from others. That could be as simple as the help and advice from a friend, a smile from a stranger, an exercise buddy, a coffee date with a girlfriend. Gratitude motivates people to express helpfulness, empathy, sensitivity, and concern for others, and appreciate them at the same time. It fosters a greater sense of connectedness with other people, and you are more likely to act with more generosity, compassion, and forgiveness. And you are better able to appreciate other people's accomplishments. It will help you to realize that with simple, kind gestures, you can make a big difference to others, help brightening their day. It's hard to keep a positive outlook when you are going through a breakup. However, if you make a conscious effort to feel grateful by starting and maintaining the practice of writing your gratitude journal, I believe you will gain massive and beneficial results as this powerful exercise forces you to count your blessings, notice the good things that are going on in your life, sometimes the things you take for granted. You acknowledge the pleasurable parts in your life. You start to appreciate everything you have, as well as reflecting on what is beautiful in your life. This practice gets you to refocus on what you have instead of what you lack. This helps you to feel less stressed, calmer, and generally makes you feel good and raises your overall satisfaction. And in time, this positive change will become second nature. If you want these things in your life, make a commitment to start your journal now and get in the habit of feeling grateful. This action is simple but incredibly powerful. The act of writing down the things you are grateful for each day is a concrete visual reminder to more joy and pleasure that maintains mindfulness of your gratitude. You feel better about your life as a whole and maintain greater optimism about the future. You will be a happier person. Even Oprah believes in writing down the things you are grateful for. I'm going to read an extract of an interview where she talks about her thoughts on this subject. For years I have been advocating the power and pleasure of being grateful. I kept a gratitude journal for a full decade without fail. Whenever there's a grateful moment, I note it. I know for sure that appreciating whatever shows up in your life changes your personal vibration. You radiate and generate more goodness for yourself when you are aware of all you have and not focusing on your have-nots. I hope that by listening to this episode and the tips, ideas, and benefits I shared with you today, that I have inspired you to make the commitment to start your very own gratitude journal. I hope that you have started, even when listening to this podcast, thinking about all the things you could write down, that maybe, just maybe, it is possible to feel grateful after your breakup. I would like to finish with sharing a proverb. Give thanks for a little, and you will find a lot. And the last thing I'd like to say is, be gentle on yourself. You deserve happiness.
If you would like to hear previous Breakup Recovery podcasts, visit barbarastevens.com.au. Connect with Barbara Stevens on social media with Barbara Stevens Breakup Recovery Mentor on Facebook and at You'll Be Okay on Twitter. Read further blogs, view webinar replays, and download your free ebook, 3 Easy Steps to Surviving Your Breakup, and much more at barbarastevens.com.au.